Hello, and welcome to Pleb Pla. Today...
No, it's not! I'm back!
Hello, and welcome to Colony Talk with...
Colony Drop!
It's been a hot minute, boy! You've been gone for a hot minute too. In and out of the house, going places, side 3, side 5, Texas Colony.
I've just been everywhere. Darian Spider and I took a trip to Southeast Asia for 2 weeks, unrelated to what we're going to talk about today. Then we came back, and I was here for 2 weeks before I took off to side 3 for 2 weeks. I managed to make it to Anime Expo, and that's a lot of what I wanted to talk about today, because there was lots of robots.
Lots of robots!
So many robots!
Were there darlings and Pacific Rims?
No. Gundam!
Yay!
So, super hype. Because not only did Bluefin had a sale booth, but they also had a display booth, and there were all these beautiful, there was so much going on. I haven't been to Anime Expo since 2003, so it was a huge change from back then to now, and just to see the difference. And there's so many cool exhibitors to see. It was amazing. So I wanted to tell you guys about some of the cool robot stuff I saw and get to share all of that with you.
All right. So, point number 1. There's some new stuff on here.
Oh, yeah.
Why did you buy a Leo?
I didn't buy a Leo.
You didn't buy a Leo.
I didn't buy a Leo. I was hanging around the Bluefin Gunpla display booth with some friends, because that's what you do when you're in Gundam cosplay, right? You just go hang around the beautiful booth, and there's some great pictures of me doing that. Hopefully a picture will appear there for a moment.
We'll green screen it.
And we were just chilling out, and the guys from Bluefin asked if I wanted to participate in a speed building contest. And I was like, of course I want to participate in a speed building contest. And so we were given the Leo to build, because it's a pretty simple suit. It only has 4 runners, 5 runners maybe. But building it under pressure is a whole nother story. We weren't told how long we were going to have, so we were all like, is it 15 minutes? Is it 20 minutes? How long is it going to be?
Right.
It turned out to be 45 minutes, but it didn't feel like 45 minutes.
You're under pressure, no, gotta.
When we were done, I was like, how long did that take? They were 45 minutes. I was like, no, it was 20. But, well, he kind of popped apart in transit. Aww. I did manage to finish him during the contest. I was the only person to completely finish him. Now he's very messy. We all know no one goes home and builds robots as fast as they can. These angle joints are literally the worst thing ever. If that video ever comes out, you'll see I spent 7 minutes trying to get these silly angle joints to sit in place. They're just silly. But it was a really fun kit to build. I managed to get the beam saber in there. Right at the very last second, I got the beam saber in there. The hands are actually backwards, but nobody noticed. Okay, well, battle damage.
But as they do.
Bluefin gave us these to do this, and it was a super fun opportunity. It was judged by Meiji Kawaguchi. The winners were chosen by him. I won this free copy of the new Gundam Breaker game, because I was the only one to actually complete my kit.
Right.
And that was super cool. So I got to go to AX. I didn't spend any money, and I still got to come home with a kit and a game, thanks to the guys at Bluefin, which was super fun. And I mean, I just hanging around the booth and looking at all the robots. Yeah. There was a bunch of robots in their booth that I wanted. Ooh, let me tell you what.
All the con exclusives and their announcements.
Yeah.
So, tell us about the con exclusives.
There were a lot, and I'm not going to go into all of them, because you guys can just, I'm sure, look that up online. But they had a Clear Parts 007 sword that was just really, really beautiful. I'm not really into clear parts, but there's just something about that kit, because it's so slender that when you put the clear parts on, it doesn't look weird. Some of the big chunkier kits, when you put the clear parts on, I feel like you could see too much of all the inside peg work. Yeah. But because the Exia, the 7 Swords, is so little in its base, the clear part really worked with it, and it looked really cool. There was also a special coating Tallgeese that was so shiny. It looked like it had been buffed. It was very, very pretty. And whoever got their hands on that at AX, I'm a little jelly, because I was I was in LA to work. AX was just a fun extra expenditure. I also got to see up close the real grade clear Sinanju. It's not an exclusive. You can just buy that. And it's just, you know, I have a thing for, you know, Sinanjus. And just any Char clone suit for the most part, especially from UC. They had the Phoenix narrative type, what is it, destroy mode?
Yeah.
From Unicorn Gundam. And it's just like super pretty, and it's got that, the same metallic plastic that they use for the Trans Am kits, where it's sort of swirly and pretty, but it's all inside the plastic.
I've got one of the old ones. So.
Yeah, that's my favorite plastic type, so I'm probably going to end up picking up one of those. And it was on display. It said $32, which I felt like was a really fair price for such a cool version of that kit, because usually those kinds of versions, I immediately was like, oh, that's going to be a P Bandai, or oh, we're not going to get that. But no, it's just like a regular run kit for $32.
Yep, long before the show is even out.
I'll have to pick that up. Yeah, I was just excited to see it in person. They also had a bunch of cool Origins kits out there, including a limited edition clear part Zaku, which was kind of fun. If you're into clear parts, most of their exclusives or limited editions were just clear part versions of things that already existed.
Right.
And normally, like, I don't care that much, but every once in a while they look really cool in my opinion. But the Origin kits they had on display, they just had a really nice display case. Hopefully it will appear here.
You know what they don't have? A clear parts bear guy.
Yeah! I want a clear parts bear guy. We could paint him from the inside with glitter. If you guys have ever seen my bear guys, my petite bear guys, they're the ones I do paint are all painted with like fingernail polish and rhinestones and glitter, and it's ridiculous just because there's... Oh.
I'll put the picture up there.
I'm like looking for it. Where? Is it here? I don't understand special effects, I'm sorry. So like a clear parts bear guy would be really fun. I'm sure we'll get one eventually, because like everywhere you go, in fact, at the back side of the Bluefin booth, and hopefully the picture will appear here, there's a picture of me. They did an entire huge, and it was like a 40-foot by 15-foot display of just petite bear guy mural vinyl banner thing. And it was just super cute because the petite bear guy is kind of a gateway drug into Gunpla. I have definitely used that to tempt other girls that I know into trying to build kits, because they're cheap and you can do whatever you want with them. It takes like 10 minutes to build. So it's like a really great way to like get
your girlfriend in there.
Yeah, get the feet wet of somebody who's not necessarily into the robot aesthetic, but you think might enjoy like the physical act of building robots. Plus it's like really fast, so for that first time you get that like action and reward very rapidly, unlike building things like that Deep Striker that takes months at a time. Not everybody wants to start out there. That could be a little daunting for people, but those petite bear guys and those Haras, because they're cute too, so you can get that other, like a demographic in that's not normally a Gundam fan. But with all the Build Divers kits, there's so many cute kits now out there to build. They really are recognizing how many female fans there are and how many kits we actually buy, or at least fans of cute things. But back to AX and like what's going on. We also got to meet Kawaguchi, which was really cool. He actually stopped me and my friend Phil and asked to take pictures with us, which was really cool. I was dressed up as Haman Karn, and he was Origin Char in the commando outfit. And that was pretty cool, because I'm not usually the type of fan that will like bother a celebrity for a photo. I just like, okay, cool, I met them, I saw them. Yeah. That's all I really need. But he asked to take a picture with us, and so that was really fun. So we got to fly our colors, and it was a good time. While we were hanging out in the booth, the guys at Bluefin are always super nice. I got to meet a bunch of other Zeeks, though, and that was like the best part of the whole weekend. ZEON cosplayers, as far as a whole as I know, like we all kind of seek each other out on the internet, at least on the American side. A lot of us know each other from sea to shining sea. I know a lot of Zeeks, and a lot of them I only have relationships with online. And so it was really cool to get to go to AX and hang out with my friends. As like all ZEON people, they were my security detail. Yeah. When we were walking through the hallways, they were like flanking me in formation, like making sure that the Queen of Space was safe. It was totally playful, but super, super fun. Like literally, it was one of the best things that ever happened to me at a con. And then while we were at the speed build, you know,
our friend Ambiance was there.
Yeah, well, I'm building and I look up there's some other people I know in Gundam cosplay. And so we all like just made this whole big Gundam group. Some of the people I knew, some of the people I just met. Like, it was super cool. And we all just Gundam rolled around for like most of Sunday. We even ran into a Lucrezia 9, which made me very happy. She was fantastic. Her wig was just like, oh, so perf. And it was just like, I was really surprised about like, just like the Gundam love that I found on accident. I was actually about to leave the con when they pulled me for the speed build. So I was like, oh, I don't have any money, guys. I don't have anything to do. And then they pulled me for that, and I ended up staying for the whole rest of the afternoon just hanging out with Gundam peeps.
Yeah.
It's like one of the things I really love about the community. For the most part, I'd say it's at least 75% of the community. It's like, as long as you like some Gundam, you're like cool. You're like in the club, it's awesome.
Yeah, welcome, come forth, come forth.
Yeah, and like not everybody's a ZEON, and that's okay with me. Like, we can all be friends. We're, the people we ran into were dressed up from G Gundam and Gundam Wing.
Yeah.
And I was still just like, get in here, robots, yay! Because like that's what really matters. I love that this community can be like that sometimes, most of the time, and it'd be really fun. And the friends I've made over Gundam antics at cons has just been the most like surprising and fun thing. Every time I see Tekka, she yells that I'm a dirty space rat, and I'm super okay with that. If you ever see us at a con, you can call me a dirty space rat anytime. We also, like, once we all grouped up, we did the thing. We did a photo shoot on the space station background at AX. I've always wanted to do that. I've seen those pictures. Like, there's a lot of beautiful backgrounds, but as a Gundam cosplayer, like, that space station background is like,
That's the background.
This is the one you want to shoot with. Like, they're all cool, but that was the one. And when we got up to it, there was nobody there. So we were able to, like, totally take our time and, like, take some really funny pictures. Because there was nobody in line and we didn't have to worry about holding everything up.
But it wants to see other sets, right?
Well, at least at that point in time. This was early on Sunday morning, so
yeah.
there wasn't a lot of people waiting for that one. And it wasn't the most popular one, I think, because it's quite old, and there were some other newer ones this year that had a good line. There was a ball pit background. When we were waiting in line for something else, we saw a Cowboy Bebop group in the ball pit background, and it was like the most fantastic thing. Like, I need to find whoever that was, like, dear Cowboy Bebop group in the ball pit on Misconnections.
How many mushrooms
did it take to get jelly? But it was good. It was so fun. Even after the con was over, because I was able to attend Saturday and Sunday, I got to hang out with Phil, who is one of the other ZEON cosplayers I mentioned earlier, who I've always like talked to online for years and years, and I've like felt a deep friendship with, and we finally got to hang out in person.
Isn't he our inside finger into Bluefin? It's like, we have a finger in the door. Please don't close it.
He just tells us what's in there if we're looking for something.
Right.
But yeah, it's cool that he works at Bluefin now. So we got to like hang out, and that was really cool. We went to Anime Jungle in Little Tokyo, which I hear is like a thing you have to do if you're making the pilgrimage to LA as a nerd. I was staying in Little Tokyo for like 2 weeks, so. But man, the store is amazing. It's like through like 4 separate little storefronts now.
Nice.
But when we walked in the door, freaking a new translations on the television, the scene with Haman and Char, and I'm like, oh look, I'm on the TV. And he and I were both all like decked out in our like ZEON swag. I have my Haman hoodie on. He's got a Haman t-shirt. Like, we were looking pretty nerdy. But they have a really great selection of kits in there, and as someone who just came back from Southeast Asia, where Gunpla building is very popular and shops of that nature are very popular, it made me feel right at home because it felt exactly like an Asian Gunpla shop, with the way the cases were set up, the way the kits were arranged, the stuff on the walls, the TVs. Like, it felt exactly like walking into like the Gundam toy shop in Malaysia, only they didn't have, you know, the building space there.
Right.
It was just cool. It was like, this feels so comfortable. Because a lot of times here we're, and at least in Texas, we don't have shops dedicated to Gunpla. We have Gunpla in Hobbytown or in anime stores. So we don't really ever get that full sensory experience of what it feels like to walk into a Gundam shop. Black Base in Malaysia in KL is one of my favorites. If you ever get a chance to go to Kuala Lumpur, I highly recommend checking out Black Base, It's like on the 3rd floor of this shopping center, and as you go up the stairs, there's these really cool ZEON murals, and they got really into it. The Gundam toy shop is amazing as well. It's also in Kuala Lumpur. Both of those stores are like my favorite, but just the decor at Black Base is just, it's a little hard to find because it's like back and it's like around, and you're like, is this where it is? Like, we got lost trying to find it, and I was with a local. But like, to get that feeling when you walk in and it's just nothing but robots. Like, it feels so good. Like, when the shelves are stacked to the ceiling and it's just aisles and aisles of robots and Kamen Rider and Star Wars. And it's just, oh. It's like walking into heaven.
Maybe one day.
Yeah. So
maybe one day I'll get there.
If you can't make the trip overseas, I recommend checking out Anime Jungle because it's really cool stuff. And they had a lot of old stuff too, which impressed me because like I'm an older otaku and I love the treasure hunt of finding old figures tucked away. Ooh, here's this completely forgotten thing. They had a Sakura Wars Barbie doll that was probably from the late 90s. I have the Foo that's similar to it, where it was like the Barbie doll body with the cloth clothes.
Yeah.
And it was like still mint in the package, and I remember looking at that as a little girl and wanting it, and there it was sitting on the shelf. Again, I was on a business trip, so I couldn't afford to bring anything home.
Yeah.
But there was some really neat old stuff in there if you dig around, which was pretty neat. Their selection was awesome. I wish we had a store like that.
Maybe one day.
We're getting there. Anime Pop just opened, and I've heard really good things about it, and I want to go check it out.
It looks kind of small from the outside, but I haven't been able to walk in.
Hopefully it has the TARDIS effect. You walk in, it seems larger. I haven't gone in there yet.
Oh, there's more around this corner that I didn't see.
We should definitely go check that out in the future.
Maybe we can go later today, huh?
You guys want to hear about Anime Pop? Yeah, I mean, just the whole trip to Side 3 was, like, really great. Like, I had a really fun time hanging out with everybody. Everybody says that, like, LA is mean. Like, LA as a city is mean. But I have to tell you that, like, if you go to LA with a smile on your face and just, like, love for everybody around you, no matter how they treat you, the city, like, straight up hears that and answers the call. Because, like, my trip was fantastic. Everyone was really nice to me. I did get assaulted by a street friend, but it was like the damage was minimal, so it was cool. So even encountering what a lot of people are scared of in LA, like, it wasn't that bad. Like, go, have fun, enjoy it. I hope that I can return to AX and hang out with my friends again and see more robots in the future. More robots. But I think that's about all I have to tell about my trip to Side 3. Is there anything I forgot?
I don't think so, unless you're trying to bait me into remembering something.
I was, and you forgot. But that's okay, because I'm going to tell you. We have a super big announcement from the Pleeplug community.
No, we don't.
We, as a community, have just had a birthday. The Pleeplug community is now 1 year old. And last time I checked, how many members did we have?
When I looked at it yesterday afternoon, I had just approved 9 more people after 1,332. So we skipped Elite.
Oops, we skipped it. But thanks to you guys, this community is growing exponentially every day, and it's really fantastic. So to reward you guys, we want to run a contest. We're going to be giving away, at the very least, the grand prize of a $60 Amazon gift card, so you can buy whatever Gunpla you want to buy. But we're going to be posting some more details about how to enter on the Pleeplug community and on our Colony Drop Cosplay Facebook page. So stay tuned real soon for that. It is going to involve building robots. So you're definitely going to want to in on that. We want to thank you guys so much for joining us today and every day here at Colony Talks and on Pleeplug.
Yep.
We'll talk to you guys next time.
ZEON!